TitleMatchNetwork.com.
What are your thoughts on Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara? Did you work hand in hand with them a lot, or?
Yeah, I worked with both of them. I thought Vince had a good mind for the business. I think if they just focus on the business, I don't know, like some of the guys used to say, oh, they always just write good things for their favorites. I wasn't around enough to know who their favorites were.
Yeah.
And didn't really care. But I mean, I thought that they had a decent mind for the business for never have worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
How did things change when they left?
Well, the show goes on.
Yeah.
They leave, and you find the next best person you can find and put them in that spot and keep the thing going. Everybody step up their performance and just keep on going. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, what are we going to do now? It's just you move on.
Yeah.
I think it was a stab in the back a little bit, but that's life. He's looking out for himself and his family or whatever. So that's what you do.
Yeah. Are you surprised, with all the success that they had when you were there, that things, flopped as bad as they did in WCW with those guys?
Not really. I mean, like, they have a good mind for the business, writing some matches and things like that, but you have to have a lot of other things in place. The fact that they went under, you can't have guys coming in there to help say what they want to do on the show and things like that. When you're in command, you command. You don't have a whole bunch of Indians come in and help be chief. You got one chief and he designates. When you have that many people coming in saying, oh, I don't want to do this tonight, I'll do this, I'll do that, it's just going to cause mayhem, and sooner or later it's going to wreak havoc. It's going to flow downhill, and it just looks awful, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah. Did you ever want to get into like booking or like road agent kind of a thing?
I've thought about it. I mean, I find it interesting. I mean, I have tons and tons of stuff in my head on different matches and spots, and I used to just, write tons of things down that I thought would look good on the tube. So, I mean, I thought about it. It's funny, even when I watched WWF, I had things written down for other guys to do. If I ever worked with them, I thought, this would be a good new move for him to use. This would be good for this guy to use. But I mean, I'm not on the road or whatever, so I don't bring them up, but I certainly thought about it.
Whose idea was it to start wearing the cheese head?
I don't know if it was one of the writers, Al's, or mine. I honestly don't remember. I just know at the time when they were doing that gimmick, I mean, now Al has a pretty good sense of humor to begin with. So when he's using the gimmick head, trying to think of different, names to put with it. So you got head count, head cheese, and so on and so on. But it was comical, and it was like so unlike me. There's someone like me or my character to wear that hat. And the people did pop on it. It was funny, and it did look ridiculous on me. But same with the first night when they did head count and put like that Count Dracula thing on me and all that stuff. Yeah. It was funny. And what made it interesting was like the people, like they show us on the screen, the people would pop right away because they wanted to just wait and see what stupid thing Al was going to have me do this week. Yeah, that's what was getting it over. The matches as a tag team were just okay. The vignettes were great and the matches were okay. With Brian, our vignettes were great and our matches were great, and then he screwed up. That's kind of what happened there, I think. But for 4 months and stuff, Al and I did seem to be pretty comical.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah. It was funny. It was like, at least you got a decent spot when you're constantly doing vignettes like that. People pop on them. If the people pop on them, the office is good to go with it because you're getting a good response. Yeah. So you're going to keep flowing with them until it dries up. Yeah. So, it was good for a while.
Why do you think that you and Al just didn't have like the right chemistry in the ring together? Or?
I mean, we both know how to work. Yeah. It just, for some reason, some of our matches just didn't click. Yeah. I can't say, not all of them. If we tagged together, I don't know the exact frame, 4 months, 5 months, I'd say half the matches were really good and the other half were just okay. The vignettes were all really good, but only half the matches seemed to be. I think that's what ended up being the downfall. It just kind of didn't click. Yeah. Some of the nights just flowed. And then other nights would be like, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It just didn't work well tonight.
Yeah. Did you like doing the goofy stuff, or do you like being more straight-laced, more yourself?
I didn't mind the goofy stuff. It was funny. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, when you're doing it and people are popping on it, and it is funny, it makes you want to do it more.
Yeah. TitleMatchNetwork.com.